In this video, I'm going to be talking about ways that you can punish the narcissist and their reactions to some of those things. Narcissists feed off of other people. They need praise, time, attention, power, control, and of course an audience to just worship them. Naturally, the best way to punish a narcissist is to take these things away from them, not allow them to have that constant ego boost. A silent treatment will always punish a narcissist. Not speaking to them for a few weeks, a few days, or even just a few hours can make a narcissist extremely upset. However, this is a form of punishment that, frankly, they do to us, and maybe you even had it done to you. This is just mean. Frankly, I never recommend giving a silent treatment to a narcissist or to anyone for that matter. The silent treatment is just not the way to go. I know that sometimes we're upset, we're hurt, we want someone to feel as bad as we do. And I think that's pretty common for most survivors at one point or another, but this really is not a good way to deliver any kind of a message. The other thing about a silent treatment is it's temporary. So while yes, it might hurt them, you end up going back and they get what they want anyway. So what was really accomplished from all of this in the first place? In fact, they'll probably just retaliate in some sort of childish way, and they'll punish you. And they might punish you worse than just a silent treatment was for them. Exposure can punish a narcissist. Once they're outed in their community, absolutely nothing good can come from that. They lose supply sources, they lose friends, all kinds of people that they were using and abusing and taking advantage of entirely. I also never recommend that you go out of your way to expose a narcissist. Here's the thing about exposure. They'll always find somebody else as defeating as that is. Social media is here. Dating apps are here. It's too easy for them to just find a whole new set of people that you've never even heard of before that you can't find and you can't warn them. Even if you're fueled with revenge and cause them to lose their job, for example, there's other jobs, a house, there's other places to live, other men and women to rely on. So it's really never too detrimental for too long for someone narcissistic. There's just somebody else to go to. Also, when it comes to exposure, you're up against somebody incredibly persuasive and manipulative. And even if you could get them to somehow lose a chunk of people, it might only be for a short while, if at all, honestly. A narcissist can sell fire to people who live in hell, so they can get some of those sources back most of the time. This really is not the true way to go if you want to punish a narcissist. Humiliation is pretty similar to exposure. It can definitely just hurt a narcissist all different kinds of ways. But like exposure, like the silent treatment, as far as humiliation, this can majorly backfire on you. We have to remember that since a narcissist doesn't value a whole lot in life because they use and abuse everything and everyone in it, there's little consequence here. This is all about consequences, and there aren't really a whole lot when it comes to humiliation. They're also extremely petty and retaliatory, so you might actually have something to lose here because you actually have things to lose. The narcissist might cause you to lose those things and actually derive great pleasure in making sure that you no longer have these things as punishment for your attempt to humiliate them. You could also end up being humiliated. They might flip it so that it ends up falling back on you. Narcs are masters of blame shifting and getting their flying monkeys to attack you. Not only attack you, but run around for them trying to desperately save face. While the narc might be running a massive smear campaign, they can convince people that you're the bad guy. I have to say what it is, survivor. If you went out of their way to do any of these things, expose them, humiliate them, especially with humiliation, several people might actually see you as the aggressor, as the bad guy. And this is something that, once more, 0 out of 10 would not recommend, no matter how badly sometimes we really, really want to. If you'd like to talk one-on-one about what you're going through or what you've gone through in a toxic narcissistic relationship, you can email bookachatwithjess@gmail.com to set up private chats with me. Gray rock is one of the best kinds of punishment for a narcissist. For a narcissist in your life that you cannot escape. The art of gray rocking a narc is for you to become as dull and boring and flat as a gray rock. That's where the term comes from. You're dealing with them, but you're making it absolutely no fun for them at all. You limit the ways you communicate with them. You limit what you communicate about. There's no sex, no hanging out, no relationship, no money, no time being spent. There's no nothing. This is best when you work with this person, run a business with this person, or have kids with them, for example. You can't just run off and make this person go away, but you can take control and limit how much you have to deal with this person. And slowly but surely over time, the narcissist realizes they can't get anything from you, and they begin to slightly conform. Gray rock will still be very upsetting to a narcissist. They will slowly realize the tricks don't work. Expect new tricks until, again, they slowly become conditioned to, you're not backing down. This is the way that things are going to be. I have videos on gray rock if you want more information, if this is something that might apply to you. I will link my whole playlist of gray rock videos down in the description of this video for you. No contact is prime punishment for a narcissist. I know that this sucks. It's very unfulfilling because we don't really get to exact any revenge, but keep in mind, you can't hurt a person who isn't invested in you, who never invested in you to begin with, who's probably already bored of you, has your replacement picked out, and just doesn't care. There's an old saying, whoever cares less wins. And in this kind of a battle, it's true. However, just because you cared or still care, you're not the one who loses. No contact hurts and punishes a narcissist because you're taking away communication and everything else from them. But this is a punishment that sticks because you never go back. If you really, and I mean you really want to hurt them, leave and never come back. But when it comes to no contact, I have to burst your bubble here too, survivor. They don't care if you do or if you don't. They really don't. They don't care for long. You, much like myself, more than once in my lifetime, are replaceable. Yep, you're replaceable, just like me, just like everybody else to a narcissist. We're not special. We're not unique. We're not different. We're not any of that stuff. It's nothing more than a revolving door of people trying the same thing that we've tried and coming up short. There's nothing different about us. The narc will very soon be on to the next thing. Punishment is a relative thing. Again, you can't punish someone who just doesn't give a fuck. Maybe your focus should be less on punishment and more about getting away. No contact is not technically punishment for the narc. It's solace for you. It's peace for you. A new life for you. No contact is for you. It just so happens to deflate them a little bit and make them upset while they scramble around for somebody else. But this is time for you to let the gaslighting fade, to work on not being addicted and break that trauma bond. Learn how to live your life without this person in it. That's what no contact is for. It's just two birds with one delicious stone. You piss them off and you upset them as you move forward and heal and go on with your life. You might not really ever be able to get one over on them, but I mean, come on, survivor. You know they're already miserable. They are, by the way, if you don't know that. Let them sit in their own misery. Let them do this cycle over and over and over again. As you don't. You heal, you get well, you feel better than you ever did before, and you move forward with your life. As far as punishment, who cares? Let them sit over there and punish themselves like they frankly already do. Thanks so much for listening. Please like, share the video with others, subscribe if you haven't. Thank you so much for supporting me for almost 4 years now. Have a great day, survivor, and take care of yourself.